I just want to mention one thing about the Snow Angels before we do the volunteer. New York, sometimes we've been doing the Snow Angel program for about 23 or 24 years, and actually it's sort of interesting because this is, I think, one of the first years where I'm getting so many frail, elderly, people who have contacted me. Last week there was a woman who contacted me. She was in her 90s, basically, very, very frail, and she called me. She needed, a path to her house from the road, because without the path she would not have mobility. She would not be able to get medicines. And I went, to her house, and it took me maybe 12 minutes to do the path. Then yesterday, another person, spoke to me. The sons and daughters who live out of state called me. Their father's 94 years old, and he also needed a path. And and then he called and said he didn't have food and he didn't have water. And I called the police chief, and he sent some officers to help out. But Pat Richards, who is retiring, she works for the town. I would like to get a resolution to prohibit her from retiring because she is so outstanding. In fact, if we could get an injunction to prevent her from leaving, I would definitely follow up. But she basically, I spoke to her about 3 o'clock or so. I just told her about it, and then she got food delivered to the woman's house, to the man's house, and I just sort of thought it was really great. But it really highlights the fact that there's a lot of people who are frail and elderly, and we don't really think about them, and we don't realize that they're here, and they're not even. Many of the people are not even aware that we have a Meals on Wheels program. We have services that are available, and it's really such a shame. And one of the nice things about the program, by word of mouth, is I think we're trying to identify people who normally are not in the system. So I just wanted to mention that. And now we have the highlight of the meeting of the town board.
There are no calories in that, huh?
None whatsoever.
Okay.
Are they real?
They are real.
I want to mention to the town board, before you vote on the proposed budget, that I asked the board to, I asked Volunteer New York to have one for each town board member.
Do we have to get an ethics?
So now you own it.
Do we have to get an ethics board
Do you
opinion?
need another? No. Okay. This is a great segue into volunteerism. Today is the 65th anniversary for Volunteer New York, and we have we've mobilized thousands of volunteers, like the young man who just spoke, in mobilization of volunteerism throughout the county. And Paul and the town of Greenburgh is a great partner. We have volunteer and senior citizens who volunteer in the community. We help the nonprofits that are in the community. And if anyone is interested in volunteering, you can always contact us, and we'll place you in an opportunity that will make you feel rewarded and that you're giving to those that are in need. And so we're celebrating our anniversary with delivering 65 cupcakes today. And this is the last set of deliveries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thanks for your efforts.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
if people are interested in internships, or you could work at the town, but if you don't want to work for the town, you could contact Volunteer in New York and look at different options that might be really exciting.